Hey, international entrepreneurs. Bom dia, boa tarde, ou boa noite, wherever you may be. Welcome to From Rio to ROI, the channel that helps international entrepreneurs do business either with Brazil or inside of Brazil. Now, did you know that if it weren't for Brazil, the food that you buy at your grocery store might be anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 times higher than it currently is? Yeah, I know, that's kind of crazy to think about that right now. But it's true. Also, did you know that if it weren't for Brazil, the steel that's used to build the buildings that you currently live in and the bridges that you cross every day, it might only be about half as strong. That's right. And that's the topic for today. Why is Brazil important to the rest of the world? And that's what I'm going to get into right now. So, the number one reason why Brazil is important to the rest of the world: its natural resources. Within its national territory, within its borders, Brazil holds one of the largest reserves in the world of natural resources. And when I say natural resources, I'm talking about energy resources such as petroleum and gas. I'm talking about water resources, right? A lot of you already know that Brazil is home to the Amazon River, which is actually formed by two rivers: the Rio Negro, the Black River, and Rio Solimões, the Solimões River, right? But also beyond that, beneath the surface of the land surface of Brazil, there are massive reserves of fresh water, right? That's probably the size of countries in Europe, right? Now, one of the most important natural resources that Brazil has that the world depends upon is mineral resources, right? So when I say mineral resources, I'm specifically referring to iron ore. Brazil holds roughly 16% of the global reserves of iron ore. And iron ore is used to make steel. And steel is used in everything that we see in our day-to-day, from the buildings that we inhabit, from the bridges we cross, from the cars we drive. Steel is everywhere. And Brazil is actually the third largest producer of iron ore in the world, behind China and Australia. Now, in addition to steel, Brazil, probably more importantly, is actually the holder of roughly 94% of all the global reserves of a rare earth element called niobium. Now, to those of you who don't know what niobium is a rare earth mineral that is used in the manufacture of many things, right? That we use in our day-to-day or see in our day-to-day. So I'm talking about niobium is used in the manufacture of wind turbines. Niobium is used in the manufacture of airplane bodies, of their jet engines, of superconducting magnets, right? But one of the most important things about niobium is that it's added to steel to make it twice as strong and twice as resilient. And Brazil is actually the largest, as I mentioned, the largest holder of this resource in the world. So there you have it. That's one of the reasons why Brazil is so incredibly important to the rest of the world. The second most important reason as to why Brazil matters to the rest of the world is because of agriculture. Brazil is actually one of the largest producers of food commodities in the world. They're right up there alongside the United States. And where does Brazil lead in this production of agricultural commodities? Well, Brazil is the number one producer and exporter of coffee, right? So a lot of the coffee that you have, your morning cup of joe, you can thank Brazil for that. The second thing that goes with your coffee that Brazil is the leading producer and exporter of is sugar, right? That's right, sugar. The third most important commodity that Brazil is a producer of that rounds out your breakfast table there with your coffee and sugar would be orange juice, largest producer and exporter of orange juice. Also, to continue along this line of your breakfast, do you like bacon? Well, you'll be happy to know that Brazil is the largest producer of soybean. that's used in animal feed, right? So to feed cows, pigs, and chicken. Brazil is the largest producer and exporter of soybeans. And also, it's the second largest, but I believe they just took the crown from the United States. It's probably now Brazil is the largest producer and exporter of corn in the world, right? So, and I can go on and on. These are just the base commodities called soft commodities that Brazil produces, and in such a large scale that if Brazil didn't produce this, the food that ends up on your breakfast table would probably anywhere between 2 to 3 to 4 times more expensive. All right. So there you have it, folks. Just in a short 6-minute video, why Brazil matters to the rest of the world. Okay. So if you like this video or if you didn't like it, I want to know. Please comment down below, and also don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I'm going to be coming at you guys with some more videos, particularly about doing business here in Brazil, or if you want to do business with Brazil, I am going to be producing more content. All right. So guys, thank you very much. And until next time.